remaining. 245 remaining. And I'll double check, make sure. Go ahead and give me a little audio check, gents.
Mic check, mic check.
Mic check.
Check. Good. And we have been live, so that's what everyone's going to hear from the beginning. We'll wait for... has someone seen Larry Adams? He is not in yet.
Send out a search party.
Okay, good. 2:15. See you, boys.
Have a nice piss.
So what's the story on this one? I don't know anything about this cigar.
La Instructora. It's manufactured by La Galera. It's a separate company called Sans Parai. Or they make a product called Sans Parai.
Mm-hmm.
That would be in their line like Bandolero is to Atabey.
Okay.
Good, full body, deep, real dark. Probably pairs really well with that.
Yeah.
If that's got heavy notes,
Yeah.
that's not going to be too light. The owner's a freaking nut. In fact, he's not even allowed in here. He is nuts.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of people in my day.
Yeah.
He's on
He's one of those planes that you want to keep.
he's the reason
over
short
there.
buses were invented.
He's out there for sure.
All right.
But we have some guys that really like it, so we brought it back in.
Going down the crazy train. I got you.
Oh,
we-
what's happening?
I was asking about that.
We can talk about
the
we
only
can talk about this
instruction
guy.
that we have is that the owner is not allowed within 50 miles of the store.
Man.
It's a freak show. But the cigar is good. Kind of like what Bandolero is to Atabey. It's a fuller bodied cigar as well. But yeah, it's and I'm sure it's got age on it because I don't think they don't sell mass numbers of them, so they're probably working from original production.
Yeah.
And
Adrian, can you reach that light?
Yep.
And just bring that over here. 7 seconds.
7?
Now turn it your direction. There we go.
Spotlight.
There we go. There we go. That's how we started. On time and everything. Oh yeah, I should have given us a countdown. All right, we'll wait for him to get back.
Yeah, might as well.
Don't want to get rolling. Ready?
Ready. Boom.
Roll.
Boom. 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 Boom.
What's up, everybody?
What's up,
Sorry.
everybody?
Oh, I got this light way in this shot. All right, here we go. This is Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
This Tuesday.
This is
That's
Cigar
on
Talk
Monday.
Live, and everyone who is joining us, thank you so much for joining us. It is a little bit of an altering show we've got going on here. I'm excited. We're growing. We're doing this right. And we have our first returning guest, I think, ever.
Yes.
I think
Is
you
that
are our
really
first
the
returning
first
guest.
ever?
I think so.
Definitely.
Yes.
So
That means a lot.
yeah.
Well,
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
our challenge here is we're going to drink a couple of bottles here on a Tuesday. No, we're going to drink from a couple different bottles. We're going to smoke some great cigars. And if you are watching this, please feel free and please help us by commenting, liking, sharing. Drop us questions because that's going to go out a different direction. And we also need some questions for the Judgment Zone.
Judgment.
Do you know the Judgment Zone?
Wow, 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 wow. We need
I
music
can
for
only
the Judgment
imagine,
Zone.
though.
It would just go. Boing, 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 boing.
Yes.
That's how it would go. So go ahead and feel free to put that in. Like I said, Tuesday. What's happening? Garrett Reed back in the house.
What's going on, fellas?
But
Oh, yeah. A huge failure on our part not
Cheers.
to...
And cheers to y'all for
First
joining.
double guest.
Yes.
This is awesome.
oh, that's it. So do me a favor. Bring that really. Woo. Yeah. Slide your ass up in there. There we go. Dave, we got Graybeard in. We've got Rob in. We got Josh in. We've got Jim Trader. What's up?
What's up, Jim?
Frank Tomaszewski, do me a favor and stop sending messages on Facebook because that keeps beeping through. I will be there though. And we've got Monty back in the house from Philly. He's sitting up front right now.
You confuse me because you call him Monty. And I understand that's his name and everything, but
That's usually what I call people.
his name is Philly. So call him
Cigar
Philly.
Bay. Yeah.
Yep.
Can we go with Ego maybe as a nickname?
What's his name?
Ego maybe?
Lego
No,
My Ego?
Yeah, I mean the Philly Eagles.
He
Eagles.
is an Eagles fan.
Like the Eagles.
Yeah.
He commented, he goes, hey, there was another Philly guy in here the other day. And I'm like, hold it. Don't let the state officials find out there's two Philly fans in the state of Texas at the same time.
Right.
If we can have a moment of solace and remembrance and deep appreciation as we sit and all mourn with Josh Sims she could be whatever, mentions this is the highlight of his Tuesday.
Nice.
Little moment of silence as this is.
Let's just pretend that Josh is basically like the king or mayor of his town, and that he has a great day every day. And this is still the highlight of his Tuesday. That is the glass half full version of what tonight's show is.
It is going to be. It's going to be a lot of glasses half full, then all the way empty.
All right.
I'm trying to
What's
share
up?
this.
Welcome back.
Thanks,
What's
man.
new with your ass since you've been here?
I mean, just trying to learn more about these cigars. New, got to do I'm looking forward to seeing what you put together Saturday come out. I mean, are you telling them about that yet? Or?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet. Okay. So these are the things I don't know.
Just stick around and watch.
There
Just
was
stick
some-
around and watch.
There is some
Why don't you just
genius
be
stuff
here?
in the works.
I'm not able to share this, and it's kind of pissing me
It
off.
looks like you're really struggling with that, Pops.
That
It's
happened
pissing me
a couple
right
weeks
off
ago.
is what it's doing.
Oh, you know what it is? It's because I wanted to be on Facebook's good side.
Okay.
I made sure that only viewers that are 21 and up can see the show. So it does remove the share element, but it keeps us on the good side of the algorithms
Yep.
because no one can say we're trying to go to 21-year-olds. Or someone who's under 21.
Okay.
Because that's how I have it set up.
Okay.
So it hurts us a little bit,
That
but
makes
that's
sense.
okay. Which means we really need your help in being active on this show. Pops, what you drinking right now?
I am drinking water, neat, slightly chilled, in an industrial cigar glass, which makes things even better. What are you guys drinking? It looks like you're drinking molasses.
Yeah, will you help us? What are we drinking?
We just opened up a bottle of Bardstown Prisoner. So it's a really, really solid bourbon. It's one of my favorites from Bardstown other than their distillery only releases. They were kind of one of those, they built a huge facility and they started off buying other
Stuart?
people's stuff and just blending it and selling it. But now they've got this huge facility where they're making their own stuff and it's finally starting to come of age. And to me, the Prisoner was one of the first ones that like really caught my attention. I mean, it's finished in French oak red wine barrels. So it's
That's where it
got
gets that really dark color.
It's got a lot of complexity to it. Like it really just adds a lot.
Super dark.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's good.
What? Okay, now let's get to the boring cigar stuff. Yeah,
Yeah. What are you guys smoking? Adrian?
the best question of any cigar lounge ever.
What you smoking?
La Colación.
La Coalición. Beautiful cigar from
Yeah, it's really good. It's been a while since I've had one.
That was kind of my trip around the humidor was to find you guys something that you haven't had for a while. What are you smoking there?
I am smoking a Luciano, and this thing. If you guys haven't smoked Crown Heads or anything by Luciano, yachts too, because it is awesome, complex, good intensity, but never too aggressive. Just it makes you realize you're awake, and it makes you happy to be enjoying it.
Nice.
Yeah, whenever I smoke that, I have to, like, every time I pick it out of my humidor, I say, Luciano. It's gotta
You just
Someone's been watching The Offer up here too. I can
Yeah.
tell.
That's a
I can
good
tell.
show.
it is awesome.
Such a good show, yes.
It is awesome.
We will get to that judgment zone.
Garrett, you are smoking something that you don't know anything about.
Yeah,
Because
you
it's
guys
not
gotta
actually
help
on
me with
sale
this,
yet.
Because it has this really cool, like, spray painted band on it, and you can't really read what's.
That's
what it
good
is.
marketing right there.
I mean, yeah,
Have something you
it's
can't
cool,
read.
but you can't read it.
Yeah. Keeps the mystery.
It's got a lot of really good flavor though.
So this Friday, first Friday, we have our friends from La Galera coming in. La Galera is a Dominican company. The Hochi Blanco is the owner. One of the biggest farms in the Dominican, maybe has more tobacco in the Dominican than anybody. Fuente, anybody. Incredible farmer. He's an incredible blender. And he worked with this kook that is what came to him and basically said, I want to make the finest cigar in the world.
Yeah.
So Hochi was challenged to get the right tobacco and to get the right blend.
Perfect cigars.
And to make the perfect cigar. And they developed this line called Sans Parai. The cigar itself is good. It's not $42 good. So it is, it's one of those cigars that we had them for a while. We had some people buy them. It just wasn't something they were returning to, because for $10 less you can get an Atabey or a Byron. But within their line, they came out with this La Instructora line so that it was more approachable. And it's definitely fuller bodied, but that cigar is back in by popular demand. And we brought them in particularly just to have them for our La Galera event that will be Friday. So first Friday is Havana Nights. Get your tickets if you don't have them, if there's tickets still available.
Yep, there are a few left.
And so it's going to have a real Cuban theme. But what'll be cool is our friends from La Galera will be in the house, and we'll be pushing a bunch of that stuff out, doing a little cigar education.
Can't wait. This is going to be me and the wife's first Friday up here.
Nice.
It'll be pretty mellow. We're keeping it mellow.
I like the theme stuff. Like everything that is themed around here is
it going to be mellow?
Super awesome.
Busy's here, right?
It's going to start mellow, but we're keeping the registration relatively low, so
Yeah.
so it won't be slam packed. So it'll be nice, relaxing at the beginning. Then it will move away.
And we're already almost at 4th
Juanito, hola amigo.
And we're already almost at 4th of July, and I'm already looking forward to this Halloween party. Like, because I've just seen pictures.
You've never
Going back, no, I haven't got to do the Halloween
That's
thing
the
yet.
highlight of the year for
No,
sure.
this
Yeah.
will be
Yeah.
this will be the best Halloween party we've done. I'm telling you, we've already started planning it.
Yeah.
We've never started this
And
early.
the 5 previous ones have been awesome.
They've been
been great.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
they've
like-
been great.
yeah, it's like-
we want to pack the house to like dangerous levels
Yeah.
for this next
Yeah.
one. I want people bouncing off people. I want body paint rubbing on other people. I want this place jam packed for this one.
There, to that point, there's a lot. There has been a lot of body paint. This last year, there was a lot.
There was a lot of body paint. It was good. And you should go back if you haven't seen or haven't been to the Halloween party. Go back and look at the photos from it previously, and then be ready to buy your tickets. I promise you will be.
Or open a Cigar Snob magazine, and there's pictures
Okay,
of
so
them there.
I'm weirded out right now. We just had a comment come in from Ron Hancock, the actual Ron Hancock.
Oh, did he get?
Yeah, he changed his name.
Is he all right?
Billy Boing.
Billy Boyner.
Yeah. Okay.
is-
Ron. Okay. And
That's
Ron
actually
is
wrong.
actually he's
saying-
asking a real question
he's like,
right
What's
now.
the theme? I'm surprised he doesn't know, but I thought it was.
The theme is going to be, I think where it's moved, it was any era of time, but I
Yep.
think it's going to be like the time travelers, like something along the line of like the time travelers cigar party or something like that. But I think something around the time travelers. So it is any era of time is basically the theme, where you can go from medieval times, you can go wherever you want to go. And Actually, I'm not going to give that. There will be a surprise out front that will just be that I'm working on to bring it to life.
Regardless of the theme, everyone comes in 110%.
For sure.
Pops, Begley, over the top. This dude, over the top.
Over the
Brandon,
top.
I mean, bring your A game.
I've
for
seen
sure.
the pictures.
Yeah,
I
do
mean,
not
If you
half-ass
can rent
this.
something, yeah.
and that's advice to anybody up here. If they're doing anything themed or it says dress to impress,
It's over the top for
take
sure.
that
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like everybody up here goes all out no matter what it is.
It's
Like,
great.
it's like 110% buy-in on like
the
whatever it
The
is.
Gatsby party was a perfect example of that, when all the ladies came dressed in their Gatsby gear. Guys came in with their, Gatsby looking stuff on, and then that was cool. And of course, the Derby, everybody just derbies up.
Derby's good. Derby's good. We're taking a year off of the Derby for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What's up, Josh? Thanks for joining.
It's good. We'll probably bring it back if there are enough people asking for an encore.
Some kind of F1 day that replaces this. I can already see that like brewing. I feel the cloud above us.
Look, there's a lot of driving
guys
stuff that's in our future. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Josh is coming in straight from a stick this evening to a vintage Peterson pipe.
Yeah.
Nice.
And some classic Raleigh with a BTAC. What's up, Chris? Chris Remy Thomas, what's happening, dog? Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Start thinking about those questions. Make sure that your keyboards are uncluttered because we're going to demand some questions.
I want to call out to the people who are watching. Thank you, everyone who's watching and joining us. We usually do big 3 questions, which you've already answered, and we've all answered.
Yeah.
Right? So I want to make a pivot here. We're getting into the judgment zone. So think about questions like, money's no object, what car do you buy? Right? Those type of hypothetical questions.
All right.
Maybe another one that we had great traction on we could return to is who was the first actress that you just fell deeply in love with? Like these type of questions, right?
Yeah.
Purely, that's not hypothetical. That's the reality. But I need a question here because then we're going to go around and change up.
How about here's a theme. What shows from the past, we'll call it the 70s, the 80s, which is in most of you guys' consciousness, which
Some of
shows
us were
could
born.
not be aired today?
all of them.
So many.
All of them.
Almost
So many.
all of them.
Talk about All in the Family.
I
mean, televisions would explode
Oh,
with Archie Bunker.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Crazy
no, no.
see, be all over that.
Sanford.
Oh my God,
Sons.
Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
Sanford and Son. There are some skits in Sanford and Son that are so hilarious,
Yep.
but so in today's climate can't
all
do
in
it.
the family. Yeah, people are just putting that in.
living color.
In Living Color, good one.
I mean, I don't think that. Could
I don't
go.
even
that
think-
was like.
I don't think the Jeffersons could go on.
I don't
today.
think.
Sense
No,
now.
I don't think they'd make it past the intro. Beans don't burn on the grid. Hold it. No.
It's like beeping all the way through the song.
Happy Day. Happy Days.
Happy Days.
The Fonzie.
All that.
What was offensive about the Happy Days?
Too many white guys, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Dude in
It
the leather
wasn't
jacket.
black
saying,
and
Leather
white.
jacket. Hey. Yeah, that's offensive.
Yeah.
I find it offensive now. Winkler. Dick. Not everything's that cool all the time. All right, Chris. Chris comes in with the first question. Who is your favorite Playmate? Bring it in, and this is about the time where we lose any female viewers at this
Yeah,
point.
I would
but,
just say the
I mean,
blonde
the closest
ones.
to that question.
Do
is
they have
obviously
names?
Pops.
I didn't know. What?
Pops, you're the closest to that question.
What's that?
You've been to the Playboy.
I have.
you saw how fast he pulled up videos at the Playboy event.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, how did you get him so quick? He's like, this is
Of
from
course.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
You put the money beats at the right at the road, right
you
up front.
put the good beats closest to the road. I did go to the Playboy Mansion during a party. It was an incredible experience, and it was when I learned that I really learned firsthand. I now officially know how to answer my wife's questions because she in a sense forced me to go because I played the old no, I probably shouldn't
Yeah.
go. No, you
Forced
got to go.
you
It's
to
a
go.
it's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Serious
So I go, and then the next morning I call home, and she goes, "So, did you have fun?" I go, "What's the right answer to that question?" She goes, "If you had fun, you had fun." I go, "I had a blast."
Yeah.
So that was where I really learned. I now know how to talk to women. Ask questions first.
Man, I can't. I'm just seeing.
You know,
my
that's
wife's
kind of how do these
reaction
jeans
right
make?
now.
How do these jeans make me look? How do they make you feel?
Ooh.
Yeah. Ask the question. How did they make you feel?
Answer
I
with
think
the
I feel
question.
pretty good in these. Then I think you look pretty good in those.
Wow,
If they feel snug, then maybe get another pair.
and we're done.
See,
And we are
this is-
out.
There's priceless education going on right now.
Yeah, you're dropping some knowledge over here.
That will score you so many more cigars. The ability to come up to the lounge if you just answer questions with questions. That is That is wisdom.
I would love to see someone sell to my wife going to the Playboy Mansion. That would not happen. Like I'd have a better chance of finding an infinity stone. That would not happen.
No, there were a lot of blondes there. There was a lot of them that really went more for the discounted swimsuit, the one that doesn't come with a top. You're only buying the bottom. So there was a lot of that because I think they were money conscious.
That's an expensive top they got.
It was an expensive top.
It doesn't come cheap.
I did see half cruising around with cameras in front of him and behind him, and but it was incredible. It was incredible. But which one, like name wise, I there was only one that had a name that I remembered.
Like
and
Kendra?
That was Kendra, and that was only because I was trying to get her to make a call to Nathan.
Was Pamela Anderson? Was she a Playboy model as well?
Yeah,
she was
for sure. But I mean, did he say playmate or like centerfold? I mean, like where are we going? Like,
what issue? I don't know. We're not that far into it. Right?
No, but I'm just saying, like, are we just picking the best to ever grace the covers or?
Barbie,
I mean, like mine's easily
do
my
that.
teens, like that's easily Cindy Crawford. When Cindy Crawford did Playboy, that was like hands down. Everybody in the world wanted that. Like I got in trouble, got grounded for stealing my dad's Cindy Crawford Playboy. Like legit in trouble for that.
Charlie's Angel. So Barbie Benton, she was hot. She's back in the day.
Marilyn Monroe.
And Julie's coming in with Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, you can go back to the old school ones for sure.
Yeah, she holds up.
Yeah.
She holds up. Okay, well, that was just to kind of kick it off. I'm glad everyone who's watching is paying attention, and everyone who's watching, they get kind of where we're going.
This is going to go way south from the last one I did. I can already tell. I already feel the vibe. Like,
there are no rails on this Amtrak, but
no.
There are a couple bottles, and then we have, thankfully, an audience that is as dirty as we are. So bring in, we need some, Anna Nicole, Josh Sims is coming in. We need another judgment question.
Were there any, Larry Adams asked if there was any redheaded aliens. The fact that everybody understands that gets the fact that all female redheads are aliens just tells me that they watch this show religiously. For that, we thank you. But
and here's
redheads, I don't remember. They might have been plotting to take over the world at that point. I don't know. But I don't remember any redheads. A lot of blondes.
Yeah, blonde was kind of the thing then.
It still is.
Is
I
it?
would say, yeah, I think so.
I think blonde is predominated, dominated Playboy for you.
Yeah,
I mean it's pretty much.
Yeah, if you think of all the kind of the top tier, it's all blondes, huh? Yeah. All right, Stanko. Let's. I mean, this probably isn't going to get us polled, so you might as well just start asking questions.
Stanko's out there.
Stanko's fake or natural. Why weren't you asking these questions last week when you were on?
Stanko was apparently his publicist was just their number blew up. Email blew up after Stanko was on the show last week. So,
all right, why don't you throw out a judgment question, and then how this is going to roll is we all get to judge that person, what we think their answer would be, and then they get to decide what their actual answer was.
Okay.
This is the judgment zone, by the way. So if we ask this in, feel free. Like when we asked Garrett, whatever his favorite toy was as a kid, something like that, you can say Barbie or whatever. Or he's a new age guy, pregnant Ken, whatever. You can do whatever you want. Bring that in. We need some heat. Bring it in.
All right,
Pops, you got a question?
I love that question, though.
Got a question? That's actually a pretty good question.
That's a pretty good question.
I didn't think about it.
Yeah, so it goes out to the guest. What was your favorite toy as a kid? You can't answer the question. We get to judge you. So but let's keep this rotating. So you have to have. You can't think about it. You just got to do it within 10 seconds. This is just keep it firing.
Yeah. I think he had a medium-sized action doll of Mr. T from the A-Team. And I think he was walking around like a beautiful. I think he was walking around. That's where I think he went.
Huh.
I think he had the A-Team van that he stuffed him inside of too.
Aid, what do you think it was his favorite?
what's that? Is it Play-Doh? Is that the stuff that
Yeah.
comic books and
Oh no, that was silly putty.
Silly putty? Yeah.
Favorite thing to play with, not to eat.
Silly putty. Play-Doh smells awesome. I can smell
It
that shit
does.
all day.
Yeah.
It's so funny. When we open there is no satisfaction like opening. That's why I love having kids. You open it, like smell it and stick and have first finger in it. Oh,
Whoa.
Man.
Hey.
have kids, man.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna say
G.I. Joe.
With the kung fu grip.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that he was a trendsetter, so he was probably the first one in the neighborhood with a Cabbage Patch doll.
Oh, I see where you went. I'm
He wanted
moving
to be,
to
even if it leans towards the rainbow cloud. I think that he wanted to be the first one with it.
right, or maybe a Stretch Armstrong as the bonus.
Wait, I will tell you this. I should not
Don't
do
tell me
this.
that.
you
I
should.
will
Was
say
one
this.
of these?
No, that is not it. But my mother has one of those dolls that like you order out of a magazine, and I swear it looks exactly like me when I was a baby with like the yellow onesie, yellow blanket. Like it is so creepy. It's like the creepiest thing in the world. Like it truly terrifies me to see this.
Does she
thing.
still
Like,
have it?
It's weird. Yes, for
Is
sure.
it in your old room?
I
In your old?
guarantee
Did she
has it
live?
somewhere.
What's her address?
My mom does not get rid of things.
Did
Like,
she
I guarantee
recreate
she doesn't.
your baby room?
No.
And it's like still in the crib and everything. And she goes in and talks to
When I
it.
still had a car bed. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Everybody-
car bed, water bed.
You had a car bed.
Yeah, car bed,
Did
water
you have
bed.
a card bed?
Mine was red.
I did not. Yeah.
Didn't have a car,
car
bed.
I was
bed.
lucky to. I had a mattress.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're living. Now you're living large.
Slept on a box springs.
Yeah.
All right. So what is
You
your?
say that, and we did. When Kathleen and I first got married, we slept on a box spring.
Why would you sleep on a box
Because
spring,
I
just
didn't
not
have
the
fucking
floor,
money, bro.
Why not just the floor?
Why didn't you buy
I
the
mean,
mattress
you-
first?
I don't know why. That's a good question.
I guess the box spring's cheaper, but the floor is
William-
the same. Yeah.
William's just tuning in. Second guess what your decisions are this evening. What is the toy that?
Man, this is hard. I don't even know. Like the only toy that like the one that first comes to mind was I got the Grayskull and Skeletor's Castle for Christmas. And Skeletor's Castle had that awesome snake microphone that had like these weird like voice effects and you could just do whatever with it. I remember like messing with my little brother and like playing with that like nonstop. It was either that or there was these like Inspector Gadget like spyware like kits where you could like you had all these like microphones and things to like be like a double agent type spy and like that got us in so much trouble.
Spy on the
rich kid
neighbor's
over here.
house.
Yeah,
and then
he's
they caught
super
him.
rich.
No, more like you have the microphone thing and you put it on the wrong wall in your house and like hear things you never should hear and you're just like, oh no, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
that's good.
so Adrian, let's judge Adrian on what his favorite toy was. It sounds to me, based on how poor he was,
yeah, like a
that he
maraca.
had a rock and a tire, and he would throw one at the other.
Would you have quarters? You played quarters and a pet rat.
Marbles, bro.
Yeah.
You damn quarters, shit.
Come on.
Marbles
He
or
didn't
quarters?
throw marbles. So what do
Marbles,
you
rocks?
think that he? I mean, I'm sure that his parents took care of him at some point.
I don't know. I'd say like maybe he didn't have toys, but he really looked forward to the piñata at his birthday.
Yeah,
That's my guess.
Never had a pinata.
What?
Nope.
But you did have a quinceañera?
No. Only girls have quinceañeras.
Be what you want
I've
to be.
been to them. I've been to Chambalan, but never. Yeah, my family. No, we didn't have.
You never had a piñata?
No.
When's your birthday?
Yeah, this is
Don't
going to
worry about
happen for sure.
We're gonna look it up. It's on
Next
Facebook.
week.
It's on Facebook. We're gonna have a pinata.
Yeah.
No, it's in
We'll let
December.
him shoot it with his
Unicorn
gun.
of
It's in
pinatas.
December. It's close to Christmas. No one
We'll let you
remembers.
shoot it
You
with
know
a
what?
12
Ever.
gauge.
Josh, yeah, a set of jacks.
Jack.
The yeah.
Jax. Jax
Yes.
was fun.
Yeah.
Really? You didn't grow up with anything, or
No,
just
no,
like
I have one. When
like
it's
a
my turn to
sound- like
answer.
a
No,
little-
I have
No,
one.
let's-
I have a cool
oh,
toy.
oh,
It's
okay.
super
You,
cool.
you went.
Yeah.
You went with what?
maracas?
Maracas.
He's just sitting in the corner, just going. I don't believe it.
It sounds like he
maracas,
didn't
yes,
have
I
the
did.
ones that had the little peas in it, though.
They might have been like one of those secret Dungeon and Dragons
Adrian
guys.
had
No, never.
Adrian had a Batman cape and just ran around and just dominated the neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's
He
cool,
was a
but
superhero.
That's cool.
Maybe not Batman, but maybe.
Robin.
No,
My mom couldn't afford Batman.
the wrestlers, the Mexican wrestlers.
Lucha
with the-
Libre.
Oh, yeah.
Lucha Libre, yeah.
Oh, he for sure had a mask.
Yeah.
I'm going with those, like, I don't remember what they're called, but those little red skateboards that, like, everybody had back in the day.
The little one-footers?
The little, like, they're like little 2-footer, like, red skateboards. Like,
The
I
only-
can see him doing the Ocean Spray commercial.
The only
like,
skateboard I had was thick wood with steel fucking wheels.
Yeah.
That's the only skateboard I had.
Yeah. They didn't get good traction.
Steel
And
wheels?
Yeah.
Steel.
They're from roller skates.
Yeah.
yeah, they're
steel
like the
roller
old ones
skates.
from like
Yeah,
the
dude.
70s or whatever. Then they had they're red. They're like this thick red
I
plastic.
don't.
I remember
mine was
those.
not red. It was fucking just wood.
Yeah, I'm picturing the one that you're picturing. I think the one from like Back to the Future, where it's got the flat back that comes up.
No, my.
I could see him
My
in the
friends had that
go-kart.
one.
I could see him in the go-kart from the Little Rascals.
Oh,
One of the wooden go-karts that are all put together from the wood from the neighbor's house.
I wish.
Flash.
Couldn't get the tires. God, if we could have found wheels.
All right, what was your toy?
Stretch Armstrong.
Stretch.
Stretch.
Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah.
That's a
You
Stretch
should have
is
kept
good.
it. They're going for like $1,000
No
these
shit.
days.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. That thing was cool. as
I
shit.
watched Pawn Stars one time, and they had the head from one that went for like $600.
Just
they
the head?
Just the head. It was crazy.
It's weird.
They're like people, they need parts. They need a part.
Wow.
What kind of life do you live if you're looking for parts of Stretch Armstrong?
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot
All
of
right.
weird shit going on out there.
All right. All right.
All right, Brandon. Let's judge Brandon.
Yeah, Josh. My
I don't know.
skateboard had fucking square wheels, bro.
Brandon had a Care Bear. His Care Bear was his favorite of all.
He
Did
was a
I
Care
don't have an
Bear
answer.
fan.
I don't have
He
an
was
answer
a
to
Care
this.
Bear fan. For sure.
I did have a Barney.
You had a Barney, and then the dog ate it.
Did you get the boys Teddy Ruxpins?
No. I just had the one really expensive one, and I had to give it back. But no,
Do you
I
know the
don't.
story?
Yeah, I actually was a sales rep, and was sent the first pre-production prototype working Teddy Ruxpin, and I took it to one of my accounts and called on him, and I left it with him so he could look at it. This was going to be the thing that was going to make me $1 million. And I left it with him, and then called the guy, and he's like, so what's Pomaida going to do? I go, well, they're going to buy it. And he's like, okay, we'll send it back. I go, well, I left it with the buyer. He liked it. And he's like, no, that's a $500,000 prototype. We have to have it back. So
Oh, wow.
I had to go back and go, hey, man, you can't have that thing. So he was a little upset.
And then we never got a Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah, we got a Teddy Ruxpin after that.
But he did get a Care Bear.
Oh, yeah.
I want to
He had
know
a
which
Care
one
Bear.
was his favorite too, because I know he had the Care Bear stare down. That's so up your alley.
All right. All right, so Care Bear. All right, piss on you.
I'm trying to think what toys you played with.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
the
we
thing,
had a
it's like-
toy room full of shit.
I mean, just...
We had like a G.I. Joe space shuttle.
I remember
It was
that.
enormous.
Yep, I do remember that. The
battleship,
top
too,
and the
the
top would
battleship.
open.
Yep.
I remember that.
That thing was
Battleship.
huge.
We had a spaceship room. The room had the wallpaper of the space shuttle.
Yeah.
You probably had the full-size Voltron too.
I had... Okay,
full-size.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Actually, he might
I don't
be
have
younger.
something.
He might be more like Power Rangers.
That's...
trying to think.
Power Rangers. You were
Probably
that was
pretty
in your
accurate.
lane.
Yeah.
All
was
right,
in your
JD
lane.
Mars coming in with the light bright.
Light Bright. That's I had one of those when I was a kid.
Light Bright was cool.
Yeah. All right, you guys.
All right,
judge
I'm-
me. Mine's super.
Wait,
simple.
you just gotta say what his is.
Oh yeah, what's yours?
Come back. It's not even going to be interesting.
All right.
All right, so what was yours? Yours was like a...
You guys are going to judge me, or I just got to go right
No,
in
no,
because
no,
I'm
no.
going to fall asleep, or what?
Etch a sketch.
Etch a Sketch was cool. Wasn't my favorite, but that was
Lincoln
cool.
Logs.
Lincoln Logs was really cool. I loved Lincoln Logs.
Yeah, JD Mars coming in. Probably pretty accurate. You just had rocks.
Yeah.
I think I
Lincoln
picture...
Logs were cool.
You
but-
know what? I picture... Ooh, Josh coming in with Lincoln Logs as well.
Nice.
I think you probably just went down the street to, what was the kid's name who you punched in the face?
Oh, Stan Davis.
Stan Davis.
Yeah. Took
And
his toys.
I think you either stole his Connect set or his
The recto?
the Erecto set. Oh yeah,
Mark
Erecto
Meyer
set,
came
Mark
in,
Meyer.
Yeah.
Or maybe just those little.
Green Army men.
I think you had maybe like a whole
dude.
metric ton of those little popper firecracker things that you throw at the ground. And you're just a little dickhead throwing them at
Yeah.
people.
No, they had like M80. Dude, they had like quarter sticks of dynamites when he was a kid.
In
That's what
Nebraska?
they're like draining pools with and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That got rid of mailboxes quick.
All right, what was yours?
Mine's real simple. 1968-69 Hot Wheels. Red Line Hot Wheels. I used to
Red Line.
because Grandpa was drag racing, and I was going to drag races when I was real young, and I would like draw on a piece of paper smoke, and then I would cut it out, and then I'd set it behind the car so it looked like it was doing a burnout.
Oh, that's cool as shit.
Yeah, I set up little.
Yeah.
I took pictures too, and I would take pictures and making it look like they were all staged. And I had like the snake and mongoose with the top up.
The funny
And
car?
Yep. And I had all those all lined up like they were staged to get ready to go out. And then I just shoved them bitches down the street. Yeah, that was.
All right,
Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels.
You
Yeah,
put the
you
Mickey
won.
Mantles in your bike spokes too. Didn't
Oh,
you?
yeah.
You did that stuff.
But I'll never
Spokes.
forget. I was sitting at.
We used
I
to
was-
drive over
They just made me so
pop
mad.
cans.
I was at Kmart one time. I'd not understanding how money worked, and a Hot Wheel I think was 69 cents or 89 cents, something like that. So I told my mom, I go, I want to get this Hot Wheel. She's like, I can't afford it. And I said, well, just write a check. I mean, don't you just write a piece of you write it on a piece of paper and hand it to him, and then you get to leave. So
Just write a check.
just write a check.
$1.09. Yep, that's how it works.
Yeah,
Yeah, Josh is coming in with a cap gun. Cap guns are cool as shit.
they had a cap gun that was like a round. It had like a
Six-shooter.
boom, 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 boom. Those were
Do you remember
the old school caps, though.
Do you remember
On a strip of
yeah,
red
those are
paper.
the long ones.
Those things
I
smell
love
so
that
good.
smell.
Oh, that's sulfur, right?
Smell
Yeah.
of the cap.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Just a
going
little
out.
smoke would come out.
Yep.
Oh, wrist rockets. I'm surprised you weren't much of a wrist rocket guy.
Fuck's that?
A wrist rocket.
It's
a
Did you
slingshot.
have a car? And then
It's a slingshot that goes around your arm, and that's some bitch will launch it.
Snap bracelets. That was a Brandon thing. Like these, like my wife's is my junior high braids. Like
Yeah, those are cute.
yeah, they're cute.
What color's your Buka shell looking necklace on right now?
Those are some bitch beads.
Yeah.
Are those your wife's?
Yeah,
They're so
exactly.
small.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got to
Give 'em
get you
around.
some bigger
Bigger beads,
Yeah,
man.
get some bigger beads, bro.
Zac Efron called. He wants his boyfriend's phone number back, bro.
And he's got them on his right hand. You know what that means.
Oh,
That's like, what ear's your earring in?
you know what?
man.
Let's introduce him to Dirk. You look.
Dirk will hook him up.
Yeah, he'll hook you up.
we got you.
Pop's still coming
get,
at those
yeah,
side
get
pieces.
2 of them at a time.
I'll try.
50% of them fail.
They still make the wrist rockets. That sounds like something to get my 2-year-old. He would love that.
He would.
Shooting the dog and stuff.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
walk
yeah.
in. I just hear these loud noises.
the wrist rocket?
So it braced here, but it was a slingshot, and it had this nice elastic, so you could pinch at the top. It had like a leather strap,
Gotcha.
and then you'd pull it back. I mean, you could kill birds with these
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
It would fly.
I didn't know there was called wrist rocket, but to me that's just a slingshot.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Well, anybody
a
can,
slingshot.
anybody can get a wooden slingshot made out of a little tree.
Yeah,
that
you
goes
probably
like
just
this.
whittle them out of cacti
Yeah.
out there.
No
yeah,
shit.
and then you go. What do you like? Look for water. What's that thing called?
Oh,
you
the
look for water.
The witch doctor.
divining rod.
What, when you hold them, they just kind of.
Yes.
That's how you look for ghosts.
Yeah.
That's from
That too.
Ghost water.
Hey, that's where the aliens landed too. Walk around with those, and they go together
Yes,
right when
the
you get
redhead shows up.
the redheads come out.
Can we get an ICC group together to just rent an RV and go do like the alien tour? Go to like Area 51, go see the black mailbox, go like see all of these places.
How shocked were you last week when we had our own Brandon Byers on here, who was stationed
Yeah.
at Area 51?
I had no idea.
The place that people say
didn't know
doesn't
that.
exist. They flew him in. They didn't drive in. They had to be flown in. And he was a patrolman there
didn't
at
know
Area
that.
51.
Badass.
And he said he saw a lot of weird things.
But
he
said there were none were alien.
The military has a lot of bizarre aircraft. He said he's seen a lot of aircraft in his day, but there was some other aircraft there that he had never seen.
I didn't watch the whole episode, but is there stuff that he can't talk about because of his clearance?
He didn't say anything with that.
Yeah.
I think if we would have asked him later into the podcast, he would have really divulged a lot of, clearance secrets.
Stanko would have. Stanko would have for sure.
Oh, Stanko spilled the beans.
He drank 3/4 of a bottle of Pippin's ball sweat, and then he was ready to go.
Buyers kept me from
JD Mars
emptying the Eagle Rare the other day, and I was going to pour the Pippin ball sweat into the Eagle Rare bottle just to see who drank it. It was like, oh, this Eagle Rare is so good. But Buyers gave me this, like, go to hell, I don't want to deal with you today look. And I was like, I can't do that today.
Jim Stanko is, of course, confirming that he would indeed spill the beans. JD Mars, is Roswell as cool as one would think it would be?
Okay.
That's what I need to know.
Yeah.
Dave Wagner's in. What's up, Dave?
Wagner's in.
We got to do
Going back
that.
to Bigfoot, I can already see.
Oh,
We got to go on a Bigfoot tour. Well, there'll be a lot of places to see Bigfoot on the way to Roswell.
have you guys seen the movie Paul?
No.
If you haven't, watch it. It is, so Seth Rogen plays an alien, and it's the guys from Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead, the British guys.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg and whatever the other guy's name is. That is a movie I can watch and have watched maybe 1,000 times. It never gets old. And their whole mission is these two nerds come over and they rent this RV and they do the alien tour. But basically, they're just going to drive around and see all the alien hotspots. They find an alien who's Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Who is...
Who I think is an alien, too, though.
yeah, I mean, his voice matches perfectly.
Yeah.
And then they go on this whole adventure. Kristen Wiig is in it. I'm telling you, watch the movie. It is awesome. It is awesome. The McDonald's is a spaceship in Roswell. I don't know if I dig it.
Oh.
Pretty touristy, he said.
All right, so let's... what should we throw out now for... Should we go music? Or we can't go authors, because I've read 2 books in the last 30 years, and one was Motocross Action, which was a magazine.
Have we talked cars with Garrett?
I can talk cars any time.
Are you a car dude?
Have we talked cars?
I am a car dude.
If you are a car dude.
And I mean, you guys are like really getting me hooked on this F1 stuff. Like, I had to get away from an experience with my brother-in-law trying to like get me into NASCAR.
No. You need... Who's it, brother-in-law?
This F1 stuff is
Leonard
really good.
Skinner.
Yeah,
Is it brother-in-law?
Yeah,
a
brother-in-law's
cover band.
dad owned a condo in Turn 2.
It doesn't matter what turn it is.
Really
It's all the
try to
same
get me
turn.
into it, like even with all that.
Every turn's left.
Yeah, exactly. And you're
Turn
just
2,
waiting
turn
for
4
the
gives a
wreck.
shit.
Like,
Yeah.
you're waiting for the
Yeah,
wreck.
come on, crash.
And why buy a
He's got a high
condo?
performance.
It's a different
speedway.
crowd.
Yeah.
It's a different crowd.
There's only 2 races a year
I went to
there.
a NASCAR race in Bristol, which apparently is a bucket list that you need to do. And I saw a lot of like much larger women wearing, medium camo, pink camo outfits that were
Sure you
sweated
weren't in
through.
Jersey Shore?
No, I'm sure. But I watched this guy lug about an 80-pound cooler to the top nosebleed section. And then he got about halfway up and just stops, sits down, busts it open, drinks a beer, then carries it the rest of the way up.
Yeah.
And then everybody just bets on the guys trying to walk down the stairs, whether they're going to make it or not. And then you go to F1, and it's like you just got dropped into, Legacy West shopping with Louis Vuitton and a Chanel store, and they decided to go to the F1 race. In between,
Would you like the octopus or the penne pasta?
yeah.
Yes.
We're eating lunch in the Haas garage, and that was our option, was the penne pasta made by the Italian chef that Ferrari makes travel with them, the chef at Ferrari. So it was ravioli and or grilled octopus. That's what the lunch was in the team
So good.
garage.
So good.
So what do you guys think of
So good.
Indy?
Which one?
Where does
Yeah,
Indy
which one?
fall in this? Because I
I
watched
went
an
penne
Indy
pasta
car
with the
race
octopus.
not too long ago, and that's like
Which one?
a lot
Indy.
closer to F1, but still
it's
real
open
different.
wheel. It's not. It's open wheel
It's
NASCAR.
faster NASCAR
Okay.
with less crashes.
No.
When they do
is-
crash, they all crash, but
No.
there's so much strategy and real driving and everything goes on in F1.
The hours
F1.
that they drive and stuff just still blows my mind.
Yeah, G-force is a whole. Okay, so we can talk cars
We can talk
easily.
cars.
If somebody wants another If somebody wants another topic, just put a one-word topic out there. Otherwise,
So,
we're hopping into it.
okay, but let's not get super nerdy on cars. Why don't we just throw out there the question, best car of the 90s?
Oh, that's easy. No.
Yeah, you know
It's-
mine.
Yeah, yours. No.
I know yours.
You know mine, but that's good. I like it.
Okay, we can stick with
that
it.
or dream car.
No,
No, money's no object. Dream car, or best car of the 90s.
but you have to buy a car from, let's say, you have to. This makes it more difficult, right?
Right.
You have to buy a car from the early 2000s.
Nah,
There was a dark time of cars.
No.
That 2005 range.
Easier than the 90s.
I'm out. I don't know.
Best car of the 60s. Well, obviously that's the DB5. And then
Well, best car of the 60s.
all right, let's go 60s then. Let's go 60s.
Let's hop through the decades real quick.
Okay, best car of the 60s. What do you go with?
I'm gonna-
DB5.
Okay. Yeah.
Aston Martin DB5.
Yeah, if you're going to go that, I mean, you could go that route because one could say the Ferrari 365. But I'm talking American muscle.
Yep.
I'm going 69 Chevelle LS6.
Yep.
454.
Yep.
Yeah.
What year?
Beast.
Yeah.
That's
69.
right where I was going.
69's a good year.
69 was a
And
great year
Kathleen,
for cars.
She was born in 69, and she'll say all day that's
Yeah.
best year.
The
Camaros.
the
I mean,
67 Nova, though, too. was
67
like-
Nova's badass.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
Nova too.
Yeah, Ronnie's coming in. Anything 67.
67 was
Thank
when
you, Seiko.
65,
Man with
66
class.
was everything was very boxy, and then it started moving to sleeker
Yeah.
lines.
If I'm sticking American, I'm saying 63 Corvette Stingray
window
split
coupe.
Window
Icon.
327 with the knockoff wheels.
That's the iconic
Blue.
the iconic car.
That is if I'm going
Yeah.
American, and that gives a run with the DB5. Similar lines, absolutely timeless.
Yep.
I saw one today.
a 1 year car.
Unbelievable.
It is. There's one that's going to go off at Barrett Jackson this week. That's a Z06 that they only made
In the 60s?
they made 36 of them.
Jeez.
And it's probably going to go for $750,000 to $1 million.
The original Ford GT, was that 60s? The GT40
The
was
original,
I thought that was
500.
50s.
no, the original Ford GT was in the 60s.
Was it?
Yeah, 65. That was about when. That was when
Carroll
Coach
Chevy.
Shelby was doing all the stuff.
Yeah, because then that would have been early 60s, right? Because
Yeah.
then in 65 he had the GT350 and you said let's not get nerdy, but here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's. What did you say for 60? You were kind of in that
I would
Chevelle
either go
Camaro
with-
range.
Yeah, I'd either go with the Camaro, like you said, or the 67 Nova.
I'll tell you what.
SS
67
68.
Nova.
Ramble
was
off
just
some
something.
69 or ramble off some 67 to 69 cars that are timeless.
Basically all of them.
The Hemi.
I mean, all of
had
them.
the Hemi. Too.
67 GT 500. Boss 429 was 1969.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yep. So Chevelle. I mean, what
Cuda.
a time for cars. The
Just look at
Judge, the
Mopars.
GTO Judge was 69.
Even the GTX, you got into the Roadrunner, the GTX.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
You had the Hemi.
And 70, you had the
Barracuda.
Superbird. When you went to the Superbird, then you had that huge wing on the back.
that was that petty style.
So what about 70s? Let's see what you guys got coming in for this.
Before we get into the 70s, when Kathleen and I first moved to San Antonio, mid 90s, her dad gave us a 64 Mustang fastback,
First year.
289,
64 and a half.
3-speed. She hated it. No AC, no power steering.
Hard top.
Yep. I drove the shit out of it. It was the original color, whatever green that was.
Yep. Yeah. Coral green
Yeah.
kind of
Yep.
thing going on. Or, yeah.
That thing was badass.
Yeah.
Wish we still had
That
it.
would hold up.
Oh, yeah.
Matching numbers, that's a serious car
Yes.
now.
Yep.
Okay, 70s gets difficult. Now we have to take away 72 through 72 because that's basically late 60s cars.
Yeah.
All right, 72
For the most part.
Chevelle, you have to take those away.
Yep.
You have to go 75 and up because then you start getting into the ugly era of Corvettes.
Yeah.
You start getting into some really bad
There
cars.
were some
Even
extremely
the Mustangs.
ugly cars.
Oh,
Yeah.
See, that's why I would switch
Yeah.
over to trucks in the 70s. Like, I would have a
Oh,
hard
there you
time
go.
finding.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'd
That's
have a
not a-
hard time picking a car that I just would be like, if I had the money to buy whatever I wanted in the 70s,
Okay.
I don't think I would have bought a car. I think I would have bought
late
a truck.
70s. Okay, well then what I would say is late 70s. 1978 was the first year of the Porsche 928. So I would go Porsche 928 would be that car.
First year of the Monte Carlo was 1970. Gen 1 Monte
Doesn't work.
Carlo.
Doesn't
Doesn't
work.
it still kind of fall into that
Yeah.
like whole Chevelle and
75
Cutlass
Bronco.
and all
Kind
that?
of, but that was a
That's what I'm saying. You got like the Broncos.
But that
at
was the
top,
first Monte
K5
Carlo.
Blazers.
The first generation Aston Martin Vantage was the 70s? That?
I didn't know that. I don't know
the
much
original
about Aston
RX-7. I
Martins.
had the original RX-7, but was that in the 70s?
That had to have been 80s, right?
I had
80, 81?
Mine was 81, 82, something like that. That was a fun car, though. But,
So we both owned Wankels.
yep.
We both had rotaries.
Grandma had one, too.
3 generations of rotaries. God, I love that car.
Ooh, there was also the Datsun like.
Datsun
280.
Oh, the
210.
Fair Lady. The Fair Lady
Yeah.
Z. Like the 280.
Yeah.
Okay, so Larry Adams comes in with one of the uglier cars. There was a fleet of cars that came out of AMC that were the ugliest cars in the history of cars, which was the Pacer, the Matador, which was ridiculous, and who can beat the Gremlin?
Ooh, that's tough.
The Gremlin was ugly.
Yep. Yep.
Wasn't there
78
like a
was the
big
first year of the
movie, too, that the
RX-7.
Gremlin was like super popular and like it was this lead star's car and some.
My buddy had one in high school, and we used to just beat the living shit out of it.
Thanks to Google, we're finding out the RX-7 was 1978.
No shit.
Wow.
That
Did
had
not
some,
know that.
It was
the
ahead of its time.
RX-7 wasn't much though when it first came out.
Not until Gen 2.
Yeah, it took a little while for the RX-7 to like actually be something. So
Agreed. Okay, so then finally to the difficult side, 2000 through 2005.
Just blew through the 80s. Is there anything iconic in the 80s besides a whale tail 911?
Well, that's the
or
930.
Lamborghini
I
Countach.
think
Right?
this
Yeah,
falls in
930,
there, but I'm
935.
totally
Yeah,
gonna say
slant
that
nose.
Yes.
Saline S7.
Yeah, Saline.
Oh, that's early 2000s. Okay, yeah.
S7.
Well, let's blow through the rest.
2000s.
Saline S7. That's a really good mix.
There's
That's
like 10 of them in Dallas. Like, there's only like 100 and some of these cars made, and there's like 10 of them in Dallas.
okay. So I would say I don't know if this is a correct years, but I'm guessing. But I would say Lamborghini Diablo SV.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was probably
has to be in
early
there.
2000s.
Yeah, maybe the new and the Viper.
Viper
Yeah,
was
the
mid
Hennessy
90s.
Viper.
Mid
Yeah.
oh, that was
I think
mid
the
90s.
first
That was
one were
mid-90s.
mid 90s.
That's like
That was a
96.
revolutionary car, though.
Yeah,
E35.
Hennessy, like 96 Viper was, I think, when it really like
Honda S2000.
Skyline.
Bugatti
You gotta get the
Veyron,
Skyline. in
2005.
there.
Bugatti Veyron 2005.
2005. Yeah.
Skyline.
Probably still looks exactly like the current one.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You're kidding me.
Now
That
we're
is-
getting into all the Fast and Furious stuff.
Yeah, the Skyline R34.
The Honda S2000. That was a cool car.
That was.
Those
are cool, yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
I was looking around at those for like an 05. If you're looking at that, you're still talking over 20 grand for that
Is
car.
that right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
It's a 6-cylinder vehicle. Actually, no, it's a 4-cylinder vehicle, naturally aspirated with like 260 horsepower, right? Somewhere in that
First car
ballpark.
that comes up on Haggerty.com. The S2000. That's the first car that comes up.
Of course, Larry Adams picks the best car to pick up at a police auction. 2003 Ford Crown Vic.
Crown Vic. He's
That's-
coming in. He's on one tonight. I mean, he is firing away.
I
this-
was in
yeah.
one of those that caught on fire. I'm out on that.
A Crown Vic?
Yeah.
Were you being hauled to the police station?
No, I was doing a ride along.
There you
Doing a
go.
ride along. And
Caught on fire.
cop
Is that what they
car
call
that
it
I
when you
was
get caught
in.
and it's a DUI? It's a
yeah.
ride along the rest of the night?
No. I had a girlfriend whose sister's brother was in the Dallas PD, and I got to do 2 ride-alongs. Worst things ever. I feel really sorry for any of you that are cops. Like the amount
Really?
of paperwork and BS those guys have to do. I mean,
That's what I always say about
It's
Demery.
so bad.
My good friend Ty Demery, that's one of our members here, the mayor of this place. Dallas Fire Department for 33 years. I always told him, for 33 years, he had to deal with somebody having the worst day of their life.
Yep.
Yeah.
And no matter what was happening, he was never dealing with anybody that was happy to see him. I mean, they were all happy to see him because they knew they'd have a chance to live. But, yeah, that would be a tough job.
S2000 out of just a piston motor, 9,000 RPM redline. God, you could rev that to the moon.
Yep.
That RX-8 was 9,400 RPMs, but it was a rotary.
Yep.
All right.
2000s, there was not a lot of iconic cars, were there?
No.
A lot of Mercedes were real popular. Just
Yeah, but there was
I mean,
still...
the SL 500, and that kind of has
It's just
morphed
supercars.
into different looks.
No, it was just supercars.
Just
I mean, like,
supercars.
Yeah, I mean, you had
and like
standouts, but...
prototypes. It was like everything was like seeing the prototype. Like you'd go to the state fair to the car show, and the car shows actually were legit and good back then.
Yep.
But really, all you saw was the prototype. That 98% of those never even made production. So all these supercars that you saw that you thought were going to be like the next coolest thing of that decade didn't actually happen.
Yep, I agree. That, yeah, car shows were a thing. Like factory car
In the early
shows.
2000, they brought back like the Camaro and stuff like that, and they started doing those crazy SS's.
Yep,
Yeah,
the
the
Mustang
truck.
came back in 2005.
the truck.
The bad truck and that
And then you got
open
the
wheel looking
Plymouth
thing.
weird, like
Oh, you're saying the PT Cruiser? No,
the
the
Plymouth,
Prowler.
Now JD did hit it though. 2005 through 7 was the Ford GT. That was a spectacular car.
yeah.
If you're lucky enough to have one of those, it's worth about, I don't know, 350, 400,000 now.
Oh shit.
And the new ones, I think, is one of the best looking cars on the road, personally. I just think that car is ridiculous.
It's a monster.
It is a monster.
Which one?
The new Ford GT.
Yeah.
That's your car. If you were gonna
If I was
buy
going to
new
get a supercar, yeah. If I was going to get a
500.
supercar, but I did kind of, I got this rock in my shoe that's been bothering me because Wagner's buddy came up the other day with a Rolls
Wraith.
Oh my God, that thing is just ridiculous.
All right, so new production cars. Talk about that.
I just think I've had fast cars for a long time, and I even the Mercedes and stuff that I've had have all been the rocket ship versions that have a tendency to ride a little stiffer. But
So
I've
what?
never had just true, get in a cloud and float type of car. I always remember Uncle Berg he always had Cadillacs, so I loved that, the car never stopped rocking. It was literally a boat.
I'm curious your feedback on Stanko. Stanko's coming in with the new car. We're talking new cars now.
Yeah.
The new Discovery. You're a Rover guy. I'm not a Rover guy, and I love it.
Yeah.
The
It
new
looks pretty
Discovery
dope.
is okay, but I'd take the new shit. So there's two. The new Defender, V8. They started with the V6. They just came out with the V8.
Yep.
But the brand new Range Rover, it's just beautiful.
You're not going to get the
And the
new
good thing is
Hummer.
it looks
Look at it.
exactly like every other Range Rover that's ever been created.
This one's, slightly. If you're a Rover guy, when you look at the new one, it does look like the more recent one.
Yeah, it's like
But
every
there's-
911's been the same since the 60s.
True. Yeah.
What's the new
Why
one look
mess
like?
with perfection?
Yeah.
Lincoln did a pretty good job of knocking off a Range Rover.
They did.
Oh, that does look good.
Nowadays, all these new cars kind of look the same. That's why I'm not a fan of the newish Rovers, the Discovery. Not a fan. Of course, if I were to get one, 4-inch lift, fucking 35-inch tires, rack, steel bumpers.
Yeah, you're gonna run
the
somebody over.
Defender's the way to go. The Defender is the one I was thinking of.
yeah.
The off-the-grid tent on top.
But
Yes,
now,
exactly,
according
yeah.
to
Close
one
down.
of our members here, they went into the Range Rover dealership, and the salesperson just kind of laughed. He's like, "What do you have?" And they just go on the internet, fill out the form. You don't have to give us any money down. Just give us what you want. Next year and a half or so, we'll probably get it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, for the new stuff, for sure. That's unfortunately, that's
All of the
thing
cars are like
nowadays.
that right now.
If you want an Escalade, if
Yeah,
you want
Escalade's 6 months.
The
$25,000 to $50,000 over asking.
all those, yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't that suck to buy an
It's like
Escalade for 130 grand?
No, about 150 grand for an
Come on.
Escalade.
Dude, I'll show you a picture of G-Wagons, AMG G-Wagon, 150 dealer price with the market adjustment, another 150. So you're driving off the lot, 300 plus.
For a $150,000 car.
You get in a wreck as you.
You're paying
insurance is half of that.
$300,000 for a mail truck.
Yeah.
That thing rides like a mail truck.
Yep.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
get it. I don't. I understand it's like wearing a Rolex, and if you got one, then oh boy, look at you. But God, those things ride terrible.
However, what I'll say is the quality of entry-level vehicles right now is better than it's ever been. The design
For sure.
that goes into a Corolla, like
For
Busy's
sure.
Corolla or Camry, whatever he drives,
Camry.
is beautiful. Ollie's got this
We sold it,
Acura
though.
MDX. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Like you
I'll tell
can
you
look
what,
around and see some beautiful cars.
Genesis GV80 SUV for 60 grand is unreal.
But then the
That's
Kia
gorgeous.
Telluride is like $100K.
That's nuts.
Is that what they're asking for?
Yeah, like the one that's all
Kia's got
loaded
their
up and
design
stuff.
shit
It's like,
together,
It's like
though.
100.
I'd love to hate
100K.
that Kia Stinger's a good-looking car.
I hate those cars. Everything that you just mentioned, I hate them because it's Kia, it's Hyundai, right? And it's a beautiful fucking car
With that said,
when you see it, but
Okay.
it's a Kia and it's a Hyundai.
Right.
With that said, I asked my grandpa, who's been building 9,000 horsepower nitro motors for a long time, right?
Wow.
And all he's
owned-
known as Chevy.
Yeah.
He's a Chevy guy
He
through and through.
he has had cars that will wheelie the entire quarter mile. This guy has driven a number of cars. He has that 63 split window
coupe.
Stingray that I was talking about.
That has those double humped high compression heads on it too, doesn't it? Like that's like a big thing for that.
Fuel,
like,
and it's fuel injected.
So I asked him not long ago, what is the best car you ever had?
No.
Ever.
No.
Ever.
I've heard this before.
Hyundai Santa Fe.
Yep.
That's the best car he's ever owned.
no way.
Yep.
I think they just got rid of it with like
I
400,000
think
miles.
they got another one.
Did they really?
They bought the car, and then I think they got rid of it and bought a Santa Fe.
He said it was the best car he's ever owned.
But I get it, but you pull up to somewhere and you don't look cool.
That's a Dallas thing for sure. I'm with you. I'm with you there. It's like you want to feel.
Yeah.
You want to feel something when you get in the car. The Acura gives you that. Oh,
You
the
want
new
to sit in
MDX.
it, you want to feel good about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Just
Yeah.
you want the car to hug you.
I can see, and I agree with it's a good car. It's you don't have much to spend. Nothing happens with it. It doesn't break down. I get it.
Best car you
Is it
ever
cool?
owned. Best car you ever owned.
I get it.
I will say this for those of you who are hanging with us, and if you are into cars, particularly European,
If they're not, they're
Ferraris, there is just do a Google search on the Ponder auction. It's an
That's when-
East Texas collector that there's 1,200 items in the estate auction. I think there's 450 cars, and there are some mind-boggling Ferraris in this thing. I mean, old, new, and his collection was incredible, and everything was kept immaculate. I think the auction's in September.
You know what the
It's
bummer is?
incredible.
Is you can get to a point of so rich that you could have original Ferrari Daytonas that will go for millions of dollars, and your whole thing is just to manage them. Manage them. Change the oil on a car that you'll never turn the ignition on. Drive.
I
drive 'em.
wonder
Drive
at
'em.
what point when he built this, in his, I don't know how big his showroom was. I think it was it's got to be 100,000 square feet. But I wonder if at any point he went, shit, I'm going to die someday, and my kids are going to have to deal with this.
Gene
Because I'm
Ponder?
sure,
Yep.
yes, that's
So he's with Sotheby's.
yeah,
Yeah.
that place.
Yeah, that'll be a
that
$50
is-
million auction.
I got
Oh,
3 cars for
easy.
you right now. If you had to choose, which one would you choose and why?
Okay.
Mustang GT 350R
What year?
in line, like right now, with the
Okay.
current one. The current GT 500 Shelby, or the Corvette, like the decked
Corvette.
out like
Corvette.
Yep.
Mid-engine Corvette.
Yep.
No problem.
They're about to do a supercharged version of that, and that car is it'll probably be 150,000.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a Lambo or anything that's going to even touch it. It's going to be a rocket.
Corvette. Yeah.
Corvette. They just did the 24 hours at Le Mans.
Right.
And in their class, they finished first and second and beat everybody's ass into the ground. I mean, it was like they went like 368 laps each, and then third was like 363 laps. I mean, they weren't even close. The Corvette, they're getting it dialed in, and it looks great. I'm
like a
real
classic
curious.
Ferrari.
It's amazing sitting in it.
There is at Barrett Jackson this week. Paul Stanley, Kiss, had a custom 2022 Corvette, custom paint, everything from the factory. VIN number 001 is going to go off at auction. I put in my fantasy bid at 750,000. I think it might go for $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got star power behind the name.
It's got
too.
star
Good
power.
place
It's
then, right?
a
And it's
cool,
number one.
Yeah.
almost a metallic burgundy color. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Candy apple.
Yeah, I mean, between
It
a
is, almost.
Corvette and a Mustang, that's just it's apples and oranges. I mean, when you look at like the Corvette, the Challengers, like that class, it's like, yeah, you can make it as fast as you want. We spent some
gotta
time.
turn.
Yeah, I mean,
Although the GT350R can turn.
Yeah, that
It can
350R.
That's a
is-
racetrack
That's
car.
one of the like craziest, most badass cars I've ever driven.
That's a crazy car.
it's fun. Like that Challenger we spent some time in Arizona.
The Hellcat.
The Hellcat, it's good, but those cars make you such a dickhead because the exhaust is so obnoxious. And what my problem is with that and Mustangs and Chargers is it makes you like hearing it because it sounds good inside the car, but you don't realize what kind of pollution you're putting out into the world.
Noise pollution.
Yeah, noise pollution is terrible for everyone else, but in the car, it's like, that
If you
sounds
start bringing us
perfect.
paper straws, we're gonna fight.
What did you say?
I said, if you start bringing us paper straws up here, we're gonna fight.
No, you're not getting straws. You drink it neat, motherfucker.
That's why I love to hate the Raptor that we have, because I love the sound of it and it's fucking V8 power. And it's
V6.
Fuck the V6, bro.
V6 will smoke that V8. Just saying.
I get it, but I sound way better.
You
when I talk
sound
to
you
Ryan.
sound way better. You sound way better.
Does anything sound worse than a V6 Mustang that these punks drive?
Yes.
How could something sound worse
to a
than that?
V8 Raptor?
Something sounds
true.
worse. It's the dickheads. Frank, if you're watching, you will attest to this. It's the 18-year-old dickheads who drive the Infinities who have them tuned to backfire.
Yeah.
That is the worst
yes,
thing.
yes.
The backfiring is
Absolutely
way worse.
agree.
I will
Absolutely
I'll
agree
take a
on
Mustang.
Yeah, all the
Now,
time.
I'm not going to be your friend if you're my neighbor, but I will tell you what. The backfiring is the worst trend,
No doubt
in my
about it.
opinion.
Yeah,
It's
that
so
and the
stupid.
lights under the car, man. I know, that still gets me too.
I don't know, but I have a guy in my neighborhood that has a Aston Martin V8. Whatever he has, the backfire on that motherfucker is horrendous. And we got this road that,
He probably put aftermarket
Like
exhaust
my
that's letting
backyard?
it do it. Yeah.
yeah. And so when he drives that, it's supposed to be 30 miles an hour. And when that motherfucker drives by, Kathleen and I are back there enjoying a cigar, and I'm like, that's
Here
not,
comes-
that's
here
not
comes the
30 miles an
asshole.
hour.
One of the
No.
sweetest ones, I can't even believe I'm going to say this, but like out of BMWs, that like BMW like V12 supercar, whatever, there's
Yep.
one of those like real close to me, and he drives through our like area all the time, and I can hear him every time he
Yep.
goes down Spring Creek. It is amazing sounding. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
if you get to a V12, step on it, please.
it's
V10,
like, he
V12
does
territory.
every time he's coming over that hill, and I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
This guy.
But it sounds like way different than like any other BMW.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to take a pivot here.
Yep.
I want to take a pivot.
Pivot.
Dungeons have pivots.
Dungeons and pivots. This is the Judgment Zone, and we're gonna roll into travel. I don't know if we've scratched this before, but I think it would add value.
Yep.
If you could go anywhere on the planet, where's the next place you go? Like the next place, not where's somewhere you'd like to go, but you have tickets, carte blanche. You leave tomorrow. Where are you going? And I think this will be good to judge each other. Then you can't say Juarez, okay?
I've been there.
All right. Where do you think our esteemed guest is going next?
Which one? Who are we? Are we like guessing for each other?
Yeah, we're judging each other.
Okay.
We're judging
But
each
who's
other.
first? Like who's up? I think you should be up first.
No. I think
This time
we're
it's
going to
you.
judge
Well,
you.
I mean, the thing is, like with Adrian, he just checked Iowa off his list, so there goes that.
Yeah.
He doesn't know where the rest.
Kathleen thinks that's where she wants to retire now.
Oh,
Kathleen, when we got there, she's like, I want to live here.
Oh, that's the wrong
my
decision.
We all
God.
told her you need to take her during winter,
they
like
don't have tequila.
January.
There
She
is,
said, I want to
there
come
are
in
no
November.
cigars there.
And I was like, I'll fucking bring you, but you're going to fucking hate it.
The heart of January.
Yeah, go through winter. Yeah,
How about just
See you in January.
Not November, because it's cute. You get the
January?
first snow.
Yeah,
no.
middle of January.
You guys need to spend October through May there, and then good luck. Okay, when you think you're out of it because you get the first snow in March, and you're like, oh, winter's over. No, it isn't.
No,
You know what?
It's going to snow in May.
I'd rent a house. That way, when our fucking driveway gets snowed in,
yeah.
I'm like, we were leaving Ryan's garage, and I said, that's his snowplow. The motherfucker has a riding snowplow.
Yeah, you got to have a snowplow.
to get his driveway clear so he
Yeah.
can fucking go to work.
Yeah.
Or a snowblower that blows 50 feet because you don't
Yeah.
want it to go back into your driveway.
Yeah.
Okay, Josh is saying Thailand. Marty Upton is going to the commies over in Australia and New Zealand or Alaska. That seems like 3 places, if I'm going to be honest.
Oh, we got Germany, we got Spain.
Ron Hancock
Larry
is
Adams
going.
got to figure it out. Frisco.
Yeah, baby.
Isn't Thailand
ICC.
Isn't Thailand for like if you're
Whoa.
I had
Right?
I had
You know where I'm going.
He's
been to Thailand.
I've never been to Thailand.
I had a
I've
poor
never been
experience in
anywhere
Thailand.
over there.
I spent a couple weeks in Thailand, and I will not.
Everything is like
I won't go back.
you can do whatever the fuck you want, right?
Not necessarily my experience. Maybe.
So
I wasn't there for long
I had
enough.
a buddy went to Thailand. He's into some game. It's almost like a gambling type game, whatever. He's got a group of guys that he goes with, and he was telling me the story. Let's just say that it's cards. He's playing cards, and they had ladies under the table, like taking care of them. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, I
you're
think that's
married,
part of it.
But
I think that's part of
yeah.
it.
So Josh, I'm judging you right now.
Oh shit! You
So
just
we're
blacklisted
judging
him.
the people watching us. Josh, you are judged.
Okay.
Consider yourself judged.
Judged.
Damn it.
Okay, so all right, so he's going Thailand.
Larry Adams says
I definitely
Iowa
wouldn't
makes
go back
corn,
to Thailand.
corn makes whiskey. So, yeah.
True story.
Yeah, you can go.
strategy.
Yeah, but if you've ever just gone to Iowa,
Scotland for distillery tours.
okay,
Yeah.
Scotland.
Yep.
All right, where do you think Garrett's going? But
can't
Sarah,
wait to hear
but
this.
Sarah's going with. So
Sarah's going with.
yeah.
This
Oh,
is
you're gonna
changing.
leave your wife?
This changes. Like, where you said I go
All right,
right
well,
now.
5 seconds ago,
With
he's
or
going to
without?
Thailand to play cards.
No.
And now Sarah's going. All right, so Sarah's not going. It's just you.
No, that's not where I was going with that. But okay.
All right. All right.
If you were asking me like right now,
I think he wants to go to Kentucky and just do the whiskey tours.
No, I think he's going to go to Amsterdam.
I could see him.
Because
He wants to
I don't know,
hash.
just because of the playful balance of the red light district, a little bit of
Yeah. Oh, gotcha. It's weed and
weed and
yeah.
Damn.
hookers.
Damn. This is harsh.
All right, what about
Guess mine.
No,
what part of Mexico has
hold
Adrian
it.
not been to?
Are we just going in the just pointing at people and just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
where do you want to go?
Okay, if it was like more solo trip, if I was not traveling with my wife, because I have a trip planned with my little brother that's like a medicine journey, like Patagonia type deal, that would be my top choice. But
Medicine
if it
journey
was-
sounds like ayahuasca.
Yes. It's exactly where I was going
Fucking
with that.
mushrooms and all that.
No,
Just ayahuasca.
Well,
Whole another thing.
No, I'm out.
I'm out.
But with my little brother, like we've made that agreement.
You
But
know
if
what?
I was
Yeah,
going with my
we
wife,
talked about that. Yeah.
if I was
get it.
going with my wife,
Yep.
if I was going to pick any one place to go, it would have to be either like Bora Bora or like New Zealand, like
that's a good
Australia.
husband
like
move.
My wife would want like, and I can't even imagine that flight. I flew to Jordan once. That's the longest I've ever been on an airplane, and that was absolute insanity.
How long was that flight?
Europe was not near as bad. Like in all, it was like 17 hours almost. Fuck.
Nah, I'm out. I'm out. Where do you think Adrian's going? Where does he have
I could see
aspirations?
him. I could see him going to. Is Kathleen going to be with you?
Yes.
With you.
That's it. Let's
change
back
it.
to
It does
Iowa.
change things.
And maybe the Dakotas.
Switzerland.
No, I see Adrian doing
Yellowstone.
Peru.
You know
Peru.
what? Yeah. Kathleen has mentioned that.
A lot of historical stuff there.
Little
They
Machu
all speak
Picchu.
Spanish.
Machu Picchu would be cool.
Machu Picchu would be cool.
I've talked about this before. I'm not
Go to Lake
I've
Titicaca?
never been
Yeah.
overseas. It's not even overseas, but Mexico, Juarez, Chihuahua is the furthest I've been out of state. So I'm not a big.
Are you going to
overseas
Mexico
type
with
guy.
us for the baptism?
Yes, I'll
okay.
definitely go for that for sure.
Okay, good.
I think he's like a Costa Rica guy. Like I could see him
Yeah.
having like the time of his life in Costa Rica, like marlin fishing and like
St.
doing
Martin.
all that.
Maybe St. Martin.
Yeah,
St.
something like
Martin is out. That is incredible.
I'm going St. Martin.
Is that like a charter boat?
No. So you can fly into
No.
St. Martin.
No, like fishing.
Yeah,
that.
marlin fishing?
Yeah, it's some of the best
charter
fishing in the
boat, go
world.
marlin fishing,
I've
sailfish.
done charter fishing in South Texas, and 4 hours out, 4 hours in. At the 4 hours out, I was chumming for fish.
Yeah, you were
No,
like,
no. This the fish is right there.
No,
these
you
places
get
you're
it.
40 minutes tops.
Costa Rica. I was 4
chumming
miles
because I
out.
got seasick.
Yeah, Costa Rica. I was 4 miles out in
Yeah.
the middle of nowhere.
No, 4
in the ocean.
hours.
Yeah, 4 hours.
Yep.
Out.
Yep.
And the water was like, I wish I'd had my wakeboard or ski. Like, it was the smoothest glass ocean I've ever seen in my life.
Whoa. Okay.
I mean,
And that was
Where do
Costa
you
Rica.
think he's going? You think he's going to Peru?
I say Peru.
Costa Rica. That's where you're going?
Costa Rica would be cool,
Okay.
but I'm going
I mean-
Peru.
Okay. Where do you think Pops is going?
dude's been everywhere already.
I've never been.
He's never been to Europe.
I've been Canada. I've been Mexico. I've been
This is where you
Nicaragua,
wanna go?
Dominican. You know, all those
Don't you have
islands
tickets
down the
to Europe,
south.
though?
Yeah.
I'm going Spain or Greece. Like, I
you
can
know what?
see you doing
Wait.
Spain or Greece, and I loved Spain, so I can see that
Switzerland
being
has
like,
not been Switzerland.
Never.
That's where the tickets are.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're
Swiss-
dropping them in Zurich and saying good luck.
Switzerland. The fucking.
why not Turkey?
Yeah, that's that. Well, that's a very realistic approach.
Yep.
So I would
That's
say
actually that's not where. I mean,
that's going to happen.
under the premise that you set, that's not where I would go.
Yeah, I think you would go to like Norway, like the Nordic states.
No.
Where are you going?
I'm going
I
Barcelona.
would no. I would go.
You're going Barcelona?
Yeah.
I'd go to Scotland and play all the original golf courses.
That makes sense.
All right.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I assumed Bagley was going with you.
She can ride in the cart.
She can drive the cart.
Josh has a good. Yeah. You go to Italy, check out the car factories.
There's only one to see there. I mean,
Well,
yeah. I mean, do you
true.
really want to go see Lamborghini?
Ferrari.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, do you actually really want to go see Lamborghini? But Ferrari is where you want to go.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And because I'm fortunate enough to have one, I can actually take a. You have to prove to the factory that you have one. Send them pictures, insurance cards, the whole thing. But then you can actually get a factory tour instead of just going to the museum.
That's
right.
cool. Yeah. And I'm sure they have some type of driving experience you can take.
On the test track.
I would think
Yeah.
so. It's the least they can do.
Oh shit.
On the
throw 'em
test
all the way
track in
over there.
Modena.
You know what? Yeah. So for me, it's probably England and then going to the Rover factory out there. Solihull. and then they have a driving experience there for the Rovers.
Whoa.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you see this place where they're driving right now? It's in Switzerland. In Switzerland, they've outlawed driving. They've outlawed racing. But right here in this one place,
You can go to that.
you can go to that and race. That's it. That's the only place in Switzerland.
These dudes. Yeah.
That's the job. That's the job right there. Okay. All right,
Awesome.
that's good.
So we have like some like good questions coming in. Like,
Yeah. JD says you're going to Australia, so you could say good day to everyone.
Crocodile Dundee over here for Halloween.
They'll probably have a picture of me at the airport saying,
Yeah.
"Do not let this guy in."
Fucking
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's good. Chicago. Larry Adams wants to go to
That's
ICC
a
in
foreign
Chicago.
country, by the way,
Oh,
Chicago.
no.
Yep,
I'm out.
yep. Well played, Larry Adams. Nice.
Notice, so Larry wants to go to Paris, Texas. So JD's all in for that, of course, because he's in Paris, Texas.
Yeah.
I don't think there's an Eiffel Tower there, though.
There is.
Is there?
Yeah. I've
It's
taken a
It's like
picture
a
there.
fake one. Yeah.
That's not the real
Yeah.
one.
I mean, it's
Fake ass made out
It's
of
like
steel.
taking a picture in front of Buc-ee's now.
Well, there's an Eiffel Tower in Las Vegas, too. Boom.
through.
Right there. You don't even need to go.
Aren't you guys getting ready to take a good Vegas trip? Isn't that coming up? Like
2 weeks.
Cigar World?
Next week.
Next week.
Next week, we'll be in Vegas.
Yep. We will be in Vegas buying new cigars for you guys.
Smoking a lot of bad ones for you guys.
Yes. We will smoke a lot of bad
It
ones.
is not quite as sexy as you would think.
Yep.
No. 10,
So
12
don't book
cigars
your
a
trip for
day.
next year.
Oh, it's rough. It's rough.
It's a lot of
It's
cigars.
work.
Try my cigar. Try my cigar. Try my cigar.
Is Elliot going?
How many?
No.
What's
the fuck?
What's the percentage you guys think? Like out of how many cigars you smoke, how many do you go? That's not something you already have in the lounge, not something you're already familiar with. Like, if you smoke like 100 new cigars, what's the percentage you guys like? I'll consider this versus what actually makes the cut.
It's very
I'd
small.
say probably 10%.
I was gonna say five.
5 to
5%.
10%.
Super small.
So just look at that.
There's 30% of those cigars that are just not smokable. They're just horrible.
They're offensive.
I was pissed. We did our test. We brought all the cigars in from the last show and we dumped them out. We had a few people in here with us, me and the boys. There was one cigar I was literally pissed that that was a half hour I couldn't get back. It was so bad. Bad.
And the problem is these lines have a good cigar. And that's the problem, is they have a good cigar, but then the rest are not good. So now we have to kill it. We may love that cigar. It may fit perfectly.
But you'd have to sell all that
Yeah,
other
it's not
crap.
gonna
We
work.
did
and you
it.
can't.
So we did this review. I mean, this table was full of cigars. We smoked them, and only one cigar got a unanimous thumbs up, and that was German engineered cigars.
Yep.
I told Josh.
Everybody else was no.
About the
I
process?
said, be ready.
Yeah.
I said, look, this is their process that they do. I explained the whole process. The people first. If you have a good line, it's a plus. But I said, last time y'all went to PCA, they brought back and onto their lounge one cigar, and that was German engineered. Mm-hmm. I told them that was Josh
Yeah.
Coburn. So I said, be ready.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a tough world he
What's
lives in.
y'all's like best experience from doing that? Like, what's y'all's favorite moment? Like, was it something y'all did at that big cigar festival, or was it something
We have funny
you found
moments.
and you smoked, and it was like that moment where like y'all all shared that, and
What
you
up,
were
Sean
just
Rance?
like, oh, that was the moment so far of doing this. What was the moment? Was it a cigar? Was it an
That's a great
experience?
question. It's a great question. I mean,
Are you saying in Vegas? Or
I'm saying,
when we
yeah,
come back?
in Vegas at like the World of Cigars, like because they have the World of Cigar things like Miami, Chicago, San Francisco, Vegas. Vegas is obviously like, to me at least,
That's
in my
a-
knowledge, it's like the World Series.
but that's geared for consumers. This is a trade show.
Yeah, but
So-
for y'all guys, so like, what was that moment?
I think one of the best experiences was at the Wynn had one of the best restaurant I've ever eaten.
Pesche
which is Italian restaurant.
The Italian restaurant too.
It's unbelievable. We ate there, and Nelson Alfonso was with us, and Oliver, and we had this incredible dinner, and then sat out back afterwards. We sat in this area where you can't smoke, but we were smoking, and to just sit there after this massive meal and just sit and talk to Oliver and Nelson for hours. And I think we left there at like 2 o'clock in the morning after sitting down at like 8. And
awesome.
It was incredible. I see that being teed up this time because we're doing dinner. We were invited to dinner with Nelson, and he's going to have like 14 friends and family members there because they've never seen the show. So I'm excited for that. That's going to be really
awesome.
exciting.
I can't wait to hear about that. I want to be on the show after that. Be the 3
Well, maybe we'll bring you in for that.
I want to hear that.
You can be one of the one of the people that comes in here and tests all these cigars after the
Dave
show.
just called me a fluffer.
Yeah. Well,
Pretty
fluffer
sure that's what I just
Yeah.
got called in cigar world.
And you're going to love it.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to complain.
I think one of the things that I'm known for is my observant nature, and I'm observing that you guys have relatively empty glasses, and that's typically not a Cigar Talk live situation.
I think it's sign-off time.
Is that you guys
I
get
think
too deep in the
Brandon's
bottle,
been
or what?
Slacking over there.
Meanwhile, lost connection.
Meanwhile, over here we've been keeping them like low down, but
Is that the sign?
It could be, but I had a question for you. Same question. Vegas, what's your...
My fondest memory?
Yeah, and I have one.
What's yours?
I'm asking you first.
All right, so it's important to say, I love all people, but sometimes
We may have the same answer then.
all right, so we woke up for our flight 4 a.m. We take the flight, we get to Vegas, we go straight to the show, we're ready to go. We smoke cigars all day. We dogged at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. A manufacturer had Cuban coffee, so that was, I don't know if there are calories in that, but that was the only sustenance we had all day. Literally all day. No breakfast, no nothing, no water, only Cuban coffee in the afternoon.
And cigars all day.
And cigars. So then we go to this this restaurant. It was a Chinese restaurant in the Wynn.
Yep.
Wing Lei.
Yep.
And it was to a point where if you've gotten to the point of sleep deprivation where everything is funny and you can't stop laughing, well, this place is so serious that they gave me a jacket
Because you had a T-shirt.
because I had a shirt on that
Yeah.
didn't have a collar.
Yep.
So they gave me a jacket, but they followed me in with the jacket and then put the jacket over the seat.
Yep.
So I didn't touch the jacket. And we sat down, and there were about 17 servers around us for 6 people. And we sat there and ate. And when I brought this menu up, all I could read was just the most stereotypical Chinese accent. It's like, what do you want to eat for dinner? I was like, I don't know. I guess I'll have the lobster. I don't know what it is. And then it started. And it was at that point when you can't stop laughing, and I shouldn't be laughing in this point because they'll probably chop their hands off and their guests are laughing. And I'm laughing so hard. I am just laughing so hard that I couldn't handle it. I just got up and I left.
Yep.
I just left and I walked it off in the hallway, got my stuff together, walked back in, sat back down, picked up the menu, set the menu back down, and I left again. And it was that sustenance entering your body again. But just that laugh track, that whole experience, I'll never forget. It was
Same trip. I think right before that, we were at the Romacraft party. Right?
You guys went to the Roma Craft party.
You were there.
No, because I was cutting the video. I was cutting videos.
I think it was you and me and the
Just you and
boys.
Yep.
I think.
Did you have
Nathan
something
was
similar?
there.
It was the same trip. We were at Romacraft. What hotel?
It was
that?
in their it was in the bottom floor. I remember that. I remember the cops kept coming and telling us they couldn't smoke cigars in the room.
They had this enormous room with a patio, fucking huge room. Had to been like some exclusive room for sure. As soon as you walk in, You have to have the steel card to get in.
Right.
And boom, here's this lady with cigars, pick your cigar or whatever. I'm like, fuck. And then DJ out loud as shit. Cops kept coming to the room and said, you can't smoke in here. We're like, okay, whatever. And then they left. But that was crazy.
That was a crazy
nuts.
night. Yeah.
And then we had dinner.
And that's when it began.
Yes.
You were at that dinner?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Yeah, that's probably the best.
This is my new goal for next
That's
year.
probably the best.
This
Like-
is my new goal for next year, to go to Vegas with you fools.
Yeah,
it
and
was,
that's why I asked if Elliot was there, because when Elliot's there, no matter what restaurant you go to, it's like you look at the menu and it's like yes and yes, like whatever's on the page,
doesn't
this page and this
surprise me.
page, and then unlimited bottles of wine, just whatever.
When we went to a tapas place,
Wait,
and
tapas.
that's
Tapas.
well,
Yeah,
something
I
like that.
heard tapas.
It would have been cooler.
Tapas. I think it was a tapas place. We were in
Pops
Vegas.
is tapping ass over here.
All I can tell you is there was 8 of us or 7 of us. Because Busy was there. Maybe it was 6.
6.
There were 6 of us. We had 96 plates of food. And Elliot was ordering it, and I just remember there
We
was
were full in the 40s.
there was a breadstick that had this like really sharp point on it, and I picked it up. I go, I seriously, if you order one more thing, I'm going to stab you. So he whispers to the guy, he goes, order it, and I'm going, I'm calling me. I swear to God, I will fucking kill you if you bring any food in here. And he's looking at Elliot, knowing that Elliot's going to pick up the tab.
Yeah.
So he orders it, and I just shank him with this thing, and it's like sharp as a pencil. And I just shanked his ass with that thing. I didn't want to see
That's
any
what's
more
wrong with
food.
Elliot.
And then they wanted to walk
Yeah.
back. I just finally left, and
It was the best idea to walk it off, though. I felt great the next day.
Numerous people have left. Ty being one. He's left.
I can't see him just getting up and walking away from something like that. Like, that had to be an epic moment.
Oh, it was.
It
They're,
was
they're all
epic.
epic
Like,
moments.
every-
yeah, the best one, the best dinner was me and Elliot and Ty. And Ty had
Gummies.
taken some gummies.
Oh,
And he was
This is gonna get real
a
good.
puddle of mud, and he got up, had to walk it off, doesn't know where he's at. So he asked, he knew it was an Asian restaurant, so he asked the first Asians that he saw, can you tell me where the Asian restaurant is at? So they tell him, he's standing right in front of it when he's asking, so that he comes back in, sits down, and the wind has got this waterfall out the window, and it's got red lights on it.
These
So he
sweet
sits
tricks.
down, and I go, that's a video of a waterfall.
Oh, shit.
And he just sat there and stared at it. And he's like, man, they can do anything in Las Vegas. I mean, he thought that it was
And
a
then,
video.
and then the next day he comes out and he's like, I was watching Animal Planet for like 6 hours. I had to go to the bathroom, but I wouldn't go because I always know people die in the bathroom.
They die in their bed or they die in the bathroom. So he didn't.
He didn't go to
Hot chocolate
sleep.
went Elvis, huh?
Yeah, he
stayed
didn't
on
go
the
to
edge of
sleep.
his
He watched,
bed
he watched
watching
Animal
all
Planet
night.
for 4 hours.
Yep.
That
He was
sounds
so
like hot
paranoid
chocolate.
that he was going to fall asleep in the bathroom or in the bed that he was going to die.
Yep. He stayed
And-
up the whole night.
Yeah. He had a bad night.
And if any of you don't know, please, if you see Ty, you cannot refer to him as the mayor, the popo,
Yeah.
anything that he's known as around here. He is forever now known as hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. Yeah.
Hot chocolate.
Yeah. Well, I think on that note,
On that note,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you.
we've come to
For
the
joining
end
us.
of another stellar Cigar Talk Live.
Oh, yeah.
Love, peace, and chicken grease to all of you.
Thank
See
you
us,
guys.
catch us on Saturday. It's Saturday at the shop. Next Tuesday, of course, we'll be here judging the hell out of everybody. Be there.
Adios.
Later.
So how does this rank